So last video we talked about Facebook page, how to create, what are the different roles and how to add someone to that page. So we are on that page right now. So now we move on to simple things that we can do on the page, like posting videos, pictures, and text. So it's taking a bit of time for the page to come up. The internet is a bit slow, so bear with me with that. Now, so this is your page. Now, it's very helpful the way it does it for you. So it will talk you through all what needs to be done. This is the bit where you can post text. So literally where it says write something, you can post some text, a code, or anything that you want, or something quick that you want to publish. You can add photos from here. So you just select what you want to send, want to post. This is how you're feeling, which is a more personalized thing. So we tend to use this when we are at events and things like that. Again, check-in is a good one when we are at external events. So Diwali in London, when we did it, we checked in, so that people know that you're there, you have a stall there. Preferred audiences, you can edit that as well. That gives you all the options, the different interests that people have, that you can put meditations, as you literally just keywords. That's what you're finding tags, and it'll have reach accordingly. Of course, these are just estimated numbers, so it's actually not going to reach that many people necessarily, but it has a capacity to reach that many people. So you can have preferred audience, or you can have audience restrictions. Age, whatever it is that you want to restrict it to. So let's say you want to restrict a particular post to just women because it's targeted towards more women for Women's Day, or anything specific, or senior citizens or teenagers. So you can kind of tailor make the post for that, so that more of those people will be able to see. And the last thing, and a very interesting and useful thing on Facebook these days, is you can tag a product. So I'll show you in the next video how to create a product, and we should ideally, and this was one of the plans that we had, was to have the entire catalog on here as well. So there will be ebook shop, but you also have Facebook, which it doesn't mean that people can buy on Facebook, but they can see your entire catalog, the price, descriptions, all images, all of that. And when they want to buy it, it directs them to the e-shop. It's a really good feature we should use, which we'll come to in the next video. Now, boosting is when we want to sort of pay money to, it's not organic, so there's organic Facebook posts, or there's paid or advertised. So organic is unpaid. It reaches to very few people comparatively, and paid is you're targeting a bigger group of people. People who don't necessarily like your page will also see the post, which is the Facebook algorithms have recently changed in a way that it will restrict even people who like your page may not necessarily see the post that you've put on your Facebook as much. They may not, the CPM may not be that much, but we'll get to that when we get to analytics a little bit. Now, the last one is publish. So usually we don't publish it straight away because we are kind of forward thinking on events that are going to happen, unless if you're checking in somewhere. So, or actually even that you could check in before, but ideally normally when you're doing it at an event, you want to take a picture of the stall, or something fun that you're doing there, and you want to post the picture and say you've checked in with that, so that it picks up on people who are already there on the day can see it. If you pre-post it, so you've kind of scheduled it before, then you wouldn't be able to obviously take that picture. Now, publish has, if you go the little arrow here, the schedule, backdate, and save draft. So if you're not sure, you save the draft and you come back to it, revisit it, edit it, which you can also do if you have scheduled it. Backdate is it will backdate the post, which usually we don't use because we are not that we're trying to be as proactive as possible. So you usually use schedule, which will give you, it's quite self-explanatory again, will give you date, time, or when you want to post, and you can also end that. So stop newsfeed distribution, so you can end that post on by a particular day. So you don't want it to keep feeding into newsfeed, not your newsfeed. So when people scroll through their newsfeed, it'll stop showing from that particular date if it's an outdated event or something. So you can do that. And usually we use this to schedule things that have been really planned. So hopefully we're able to plan, let's say these are all the events in the year and we know already 3 months, 6 months in hand how what we're promoting. Then even having some basic text scheduled every week, which you can just do all of it in one day, um, or every day, or however you want to schedule the posts, but you can do that all in one go and then you can go back and edit it. But at least even if you don't edit it, there is something that is going out, so something is better than nothing. In terms of time, it is reported that afternoon, lunchtime, and evening after 8 p.m. is the best time to post. Some people say after 11 p.m. or after 10 p.m. is the best time to post. So use your own discretion, read up more about best timings and best days if you want. Friday night is a good time if you're trying to promote something weekend related, or something big that you're trying to promote. Friday night is usually a good time when people spend a lot of time on social media. Or weekends, mornings, around 11 o'clock is supposed to be a good time to post things. So these are again things that I've read from reports, but there's always new research happening, new work happening on it, so it could be different when you look into it. So feel free to research it yourself and schedule things accordingly. So that's with everything to do with scheduling. I'm sorry, with posts. On how you can post things. The only other thing I would like to cover in this same video is um, cover page. So like I mentioned, we edit this along with other images that we've created, kind of make it fit into the dimensions. So there is a file in the Dropbox, which I'll show you in a minute, on which has the exact dimension in a Photoshop format, which I'll show you in the next video. But if you're posting something specific, always good to change the cover photo along with that, so to sort of reflect the updates on the page more. So that's it for um, everything to do with posting that we have used up until now. Again, new features and new ways of